out there, fossil hunters. I'm Don. You usually don't see me because I'm behind the camera. Welcome to our third season and our special on female fossil hunters. Speaking of which, let's go visit one of my favorites. Hey, April.
Hey, Don.
Can you say she sells seashells by the seashore 3 times really fast?
Seashells by the seashore. She sells, nope, can't do it.
Yeah, neither can I.
It's really hard.
But do you know who that limerick is based on?
I sure do. It's based on Mary Anning, who was actually one of the very first women paleontologists. And she was shunned by the other paleontologists because she was a woman, but she made many important discoveries. That's why we're going to dedicate this special to her and all the women fossil hunters like her. Thank you everyone for being here. We really wanted to highlight women fossil hunters for this special because I feel like women don't get enough credit for fossil hunting. You see men all the time and they're all down and dirty, but we could be just as down and dirty. And I just wanted to highlight what women can do and the power of women.
Let's do it! One of the things we find out here is called dugong. We find their ribs. So if you look down here, we got a pile of dugong ribs that we've put here during our fossil hunting digs. So sometimes you look at the dugongs, there might be serrations on them, and that could be teeth marks from sharks. So that's one of the things you want to look at when you look at a dugong rib. It's very dense bone, and you're going to probably find this out here while we're digging. There was a lot of dugongs or similar to manatee out here at one time. All right, let's keep moving. Gravel's what's holding the fossils. So you're trying to do is get all that gravel into your screener. You fill that screen up as high as you get it, to a point where it's gonna almost sink. So you don't wanna dig and look, dig and look. You wanna get as high as you can get it.
Let me see that.
What do we got here? Looks like a whale vertebra. Very nice. Very nice.
Right off the bat, Ken.
Good way to start the day off.
That's unbelievable. I've never seen that.
Can you imagine it? Whales over our head at one time.
And what ate whales?
Sharks.
Megalodons.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, welcome back there, Ken Folman.
Glad to be back.
Thank you for the invite, and thank you for the female-focused fossil hunting that you're doing today. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you had me do this event. I'm excited and be able to have the ladies out here. We've got some seasoned fossil hunting women out here that really know about the fossil digging and land sites and a lot of interesting types of fossil hunting.
So, what's your best find this season?
Oh my, I've got a long list. We found a bear tooth. That was one of the cool things we found. Of course, we always love finding Glypodon scutes. And, cow shark tooth. That is rare to find out here. In fact, I haven't personally found one. I've had 3 people on my tours find it.
Wow.
So that's even rarer than a meg, finding a cow shark tooth out in southwest Florida.
Wow, you bet. All right, grab that shovel and that sifter and go find yourself one.
All right, doing it. Thanks, Don.
Over there's bad.
Why bad?
Sink.
Oh, yeah? Mud?
Yes.
Let's see what you got. And what's your name?
Maggie.
Maggie.
Whoa, nice.
Hey, Ken, what's that?
That's a meg. Beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Is that your first?
Yeah.
First Meg? Woohoo! Gosh, that's great. First Meg for Maggie!
Meg for Meg.
April, where's your Meg?
At home.
Any luck yet, Dave?
Not yet, but it's there. It's out there somewhere. I'll find it one of these years.
There you go. Well, you've done your Meg.
Yeah.
Out of this creek.
Out
right?
of this creek, yep.
A bone. It's a mammal.
And our shovel.
It's a large piece of bone. But
Large mammal bone.
yeah. There's stuff out there.
Wow. Wow. That's an extinct tiger, I think.
Oh, okay. I
Extinct
wasn't
tiger.
sure if it was a tiger or not.
You guys feeling gravel down there?
Little
In there?
pockets.
Hey, did you tell anybody about the leverrites?
Oh no, haven't talked about the leverites this episode yet.
Okay,
but
we should talk about the leverites.
We have discussed them like dugong bones, right?
Right.
And so what's your first name again?
Hi, I'm Lynn.
Lynn,
Nice
what you
to
think
meet
you
you.
got there?
Well, I think I know I got a Hemi. Let's see what we got. We got to dig in carefully into this pocket because we don't want to drop it.
Drop anything, huh?
So this is a Hemi.
Yep.
And then, of course, a bunch of upper plates to the stingray, right? The bite there. This is like a scoot, they call it, right? The outer shell.
Oh, you know what? I think you have. That's actually a cast of a clam.
Oh,
That's the hinge of the clam right there.
wow.
So that's just a cast. That is, I want to say limestone and limestone. Just lime, you know, sometimes you find
Garbage.
cool rocks though, right? That's a hemifrag.
I know.
Snaggletooth, known as a hemi or a snaggletooth.
Oh. This is turtle shell.
Oh.
So that's pond turtle by the little.
Ripples kind of makes it
Ripples.
look like it's in a pond almost.
oh, cool.
So they
So-
call it a pond turtle.
This is bone.
Hey Amy,
Hey, Don.
so what is it that you're doing there?
I am looking for the gravel with the probe. Just kind of poking around and hoping to hear some crunchy stuff in there.
Yeah. So when you find the gravel, then
Then you start digging and see if there's anything in it.
any luck yet? Just-
There's a little bit of thin gravel here. Nothing too exciting, but I'll dig it for a while.
Yeah.
See if I come up with something.
all right, we'll be back.
All right.
What you got, Hannah?
I got a little tooth.
And we're looking at probably a lemon, huh?
So I only started sifting here once, but I got a fraglodon. So it's half of a megalodon. You can see on the side there. And then the giveaway up here is this point where it would have been normally where it connected to the jawbone. So that's half. I'm looking for the other half now.
you go, all
Come
right.
back later.
So you got two things, you're not sure what they are?
That I know. I'm pretty sure it's alligator.
That's alligator.
All right, this one, it looks like it has marrow, but I don't know if that's a leverite.
That almost looks like a little jaw with a tooth in it. You see that?
Yep, I do.
Alrighty, somebody found something. What you got?
Got an alligator tooth.
Beautiful.
Another nice tooth.
If there's a root, I'll find it.
So John, the camera's on. How we doing?
It's a terrific day on the creek. Let's put it that way.
All right.
Water temperature's good.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Sky's blue. It was supposed to rain earlier. Now it's not going to rain till 1. I think we're in good shape.
You having any luck?
Yeah, just found one. I don't know what it is.
Well, there you go. Cool. Little fragment of the shark's tooth, probably a lemon. It's missing the root.
Oh, interesting.
That is that little dimples armadillo.
You got an armadillo
Cool.
scoot.
Nice.
It's called a giant armadillo only because, you know, our armadillo scoots are tiny little things. But
Cool.
it's a giant armadillo scoot. Hold that out in your hand one more time. Very cool. Giant armadillo scoot.
Nice.
All right.
I'm finding little shark's teeth. That's nothing. That's a little fish bone.
You got little shark's teeth. This is a what they call an Indian bead. It could be also a wormhole. There's a big controversy about that. Actually, the museum is studying about it now. This is a sawfish blade. Okay. This is a puffer mouthplate. It's a type of fish. This is a little piece of turtle. You got tiger shark teeth. This is more shark teeth. And this is a stingray barb from
Hold on one
stingray.
second. Nobody move. Nobody move. Stay put. Something is crawling across my foot. So stay put.
Fossil hunters, welcome to this great exhibit called The Nature of It. Florida's basically past and present is what the concept is. So we did just Florida, so it's just Florida focused. So we have specimens that are contemporary, that are not extinct, and then of course we have some that are extinct and fossilized as well. For instance, you'll see there's some regular shark jaws from like a bull shark or a great white shark or sand shark. And then we have, of course, megalodon jaws, which is extinct, and we have a manatee, which is a living animal. But we also have some really great fossil specimens on display as well. So it's a smattering of almost every type of different animal that you can find in Florida that's really common. Shells, insects, sharks, turtles, coral, whales, and so we have some really magnificent pieces.
So how did you get the meg jaws?
That's a good question. So I know that the Florida Museum of Natural History has several megalodon jaws that are on display in their exhibit, but they also, I think, have a couple that are for loaners that can go out to be loaned out to other institutions. So sure enough, they had one available. We've had them here before a few years back, and they were on display. They're really, really popular. It's a great Photoshop for people to get in front of for Facebook or social media.
Where did you get the whale material from?
The whale material came on loan from the Marine Science Center. We went down there with our truck. Now we moved that. That was interesting, moving the skull, because the skull didn't fit in the back of the pickup truck and it stuck out. So I was driving around town with this huge sperm whale skull in the back of the truck. So I know what you want to do now. You want to go out and check out the megalodon.
Yes.
Let's go do it. It is awesome. So the meg jaws are pretty impressive, as you can see. And these teeth are all real. They're in excellent condition. You can still feel the serrations on them. And to think that this animal died out before the last ice age and roamed the Florida waters as probably the largest predator carnivore that ever lived, with a bite stronger than Tyrannosaurus Rex. It fed on whales, probably hunted a lot like great whites, and came up from underneath and smashed the underside belly of whales, broke its ribs and its organs, and disabled it that way, and then bit off its fins. So whales was its primary diet. So, and of course, they lived in all the oceans of the world. You can find their fossil teeth all over the world as well. These are the sculptures from Ken Folman. He's a native of northern Illinois, and one of his dreams was to come to Florida and hunt for shark's teeth, fossil shark's teeth, and he became a certified diver. But he's also an award-winning sculpturist. And as John said, in some of the creeks that we've fossilized in, he's pulled all these fossil shark's teeth out, and he creates these amazing, award-winning, believe it or not, 3D sculptures, all with fossil shark's teeth. Megalodons and makos and tigers and sand tigers and hemipriestus, all these incredible shark's teeth. Even the eyes are shark vertebrae, which are really cool. So we're really grateful that Ken was able to lend these to us, because it adds to the show as a compliment to the megalodon, because there's meg teeth in here. Everybody go ahead and give me Gator Chomp. Go Gator Chomps. Can't do a natural history exhibit on Florida without basically our state reptile, the alligator. This piece was given to me as a birthday present by my son Quinn, who was interning as a research scientist for the University of Florida, just around Belle Glade, around the Lake Okeechobee area. He was doing soil and water research down there, and it was an internship that he finished. And when he came back, he had a buddy out there. Then they would go airboating, and this gentleman had a lot of alligator skulls, and and he gave one to Quinn, and he gave it to me. So this is a Lake Okeechobee gator, and it's about a 10-footer, and it's in pretty good shape here, as you know.
Yeah, this is one of my focuses for fossil collecting hobby. This is agatized coral from the Withlacoochee River. And in a previous episode, we donated this to Zach's educational program. But this is my favorite and most presentable coral head. I think this is just cool because it retains the shape of fossilized brain coral, and it also displays that jewel-like replacement of quartz botryoidal structure. So I just love this stuff.
The story on this case here with all these vertebrae is we have a lot of vertebrae in storage that have never been out on display, and they're mainly mastodon and sloth. They came from the Reed Canal excavation site back in 1975 to 1980, and these were just spare vertebrae that were found there. And what I wanted to do is to set them up in a really unique way, almost in a sculptural fashion, so you could see the vertebrae from all these different types of angles, and then I stacked them up on here to have this really kind of cool effect. So it has this really neat 3D look to them. This is the whale skull that I was driving around in the back of my pickup truck. This is the sperm whale. It comes from the Marine Science Center down there at the Ponce Inlet. It was on display there, and they were willing to let it be in the exhibition. And this animal has the largest skull of any, compared to its body size, of any animal that ever lived. As I said, it had a brain of 17 pounds. It's a toothed whale. It's in the cetacean family. We have some vertebrae that go with it, some ribs as well. We wanted to show people, the massive size of these aquatic mammals that are so important.
Where did this whale skull come from originally? Was it swimming off the coast of Florida?
This whale skull, the carcass dead, it washed up on the Florida beach, is what I was told from the Marine Science Center.
So I wanted to talk about something that we find a lot of as fossil hunters in Florida, and manatee. So the thing we find of a manatee most often is the ribs. See all these beautiful ribs? So right here is a representation of dugong or manatee ribs, and fully formed, they were quite large, but usually all you find are these little pieces everywhere. So if you find pieces that look like that, that's probably dugong or manatee, and this comes from our collection of dugong ribs that we could pave our driveway with. In Florida, that's what you're going to find the most of, and usually fossil hunters just throw them away when they find them, but we like to keep them for outreach programs for kids in school to get them interested in fossil hunting. It's a good way.
You know what's interesting to me is all the different variations in color of the different fossilized ribs.
Right, and that would be from
What causes that?
Whatever sediment they were in when they were fossilized. So the different types of sediment would cause the different colors on the fossils.
Unfortunately, I can't point out every single item in the exhibit because it's a pretty big exhibit, but I'd like you to go out and take a look at some of the things that we haven't had a chance to talk about and enjoy Florida, past and present.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks. Job well done.
All right. Thank you.
This is a stingray barb from
Hold on one sec.
stingray.
Nobody move. Nobody move. Stay put. Something is crawling across my foot. So stay put. Two front legs and then it dragged. Two back legs and then dragged.
Oh, it's just probably just gone.
It's a little one.
It's just a little, this is something that is disturbed.
Yep, okay. I just didn't want anybody kicking it up. That
Wood. That is deflated tusk.
Wow. You getting it? Nice chunk of deflated ivory.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, it's all tusk in here.
Yeah, it's tusk.
But boy, it's coming apart, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's deflated, but
I don't think it's going to hold together in your bag.
no, it won't. But interesting.
All right, so tusk. tusk from a proboscidean, as a matter of fact. So what'd you end up getting here, big guy?
Well, just digging, and you know, wasn't really finding much of anything, and then come up with a scoop of you know, some teeth and this horse tooth.
Look at him, man. Is that the best one you've gotten yet?
This is the best one I've found yet.
That's Equus.
Yes, it is.
Equus horse. Beautiful. Let me see that pattern. Wow, man. Beautiful. How big you say that is?
I don't know, 3 inches maybe.
Wow.
I thought it was bigger when I first brought it up.
Cool, man. Awesome deal.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Pretty happy about this. Nah, just regular, typical small shark's teeth and everything. You know.
Hey, man. Congratulations. Oh, there you go. Congratulations on the horse.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we've only lived here about 8 months, so we're getting used to the land.
So you're new.
Yep, so I'm a newbie, and this is my first time
Fantastic.
out fossil hunting.
Well, good deal.
Yes.
Gator scoop today? No, not today. None yet. I'm used to the gator scoop and the teeth from Arlington, Arkansas site.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff here today. Good teeth. A lot of variety of teeth.
Yep.
Really good.
I know what you're doing.
Fossil hunting.
Microfossil. What is it I'm looking at, just in case we can't get it on camera?
A shark tooth.
That ain't a shark tooth. Wow. What else you got?
I got some more shark teeth.
Yep. All micro stuff?
Yep. It's the tiniest one.
Great. And this is the kneecap display that we tend to use a lot of. The kneecap display for the microfossils. Awesome job, Hannah. Nice.
Yeah. Not sure,
Boy,
yeah.
there's some size to those teeth.
There's some nice, yeah, that's neat. That's nice size.
guys.
Yeah.
And a lot of teeth.
Yeah, another little piece of horse.
Awesome.
But some decent. Nice bowl.
Fantastic. All right. So you having a good day?
Great day. It's always good.
Ooh,
And then a
you got
megalodon.
yourself a Peace River megalodon. There it is.
All right.
Look, a croc and a meg.
Yeah.
Nice,
Very
man.
nice.
2 triplets right there.
Great day.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I've got a mako, a lower mako. This is a 3-toed horse, you could tell by the size and that circle right there. And this is a piece of alligator, and I'm not sure where it goes on the alligator.
Very cool with the suture right in the middle there.
Horse or deer ear bone. An axis part of an axis vertebra, I'm not sure. Mako. Tusk.
And a
horse.
little horse.
Oh yeah.
I just pulled that off the top.
Go ahead and feel around it.
So there's a big piece of tusk right here. I mean, huge piece. And it's just flaking apart. So I'm just pulling. I don't know how to deal with it because it just won't come out in one
I
piece.
wish I could get down there to feel it. Dave, get down there and feel it with your hands and see what you think.
Right here. Right, go straight down.
Feel it?
Yep, and it goes
Is there any way
down.
to dig around it?
I tried. This clay is like freaking cement.
Yeah, and then you try to break the clay away.
It just
And it
breaks
takes
the
the
whole
tusk with it.
thing. Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like wood, but it's not wood. It's,
I think I'm finding some of it.
Yeah.
Come here, Hannah, see what you think. You're definitely feeling a difference between the
Yeah.
tusk material
Yeah.
and tree next
Tree
to it.
material is like rough. The tusk material is more hard. Like
Fan it, yeah. It's the clay that's right.
Yeah, the clay.
Yeah,
no, but it can get. Right now I'm in Matrix.
I think that is possibly could bend into jaw.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
I wonder, how do you tell the difference between the gator and the croc when you get those kind of sizes?
Yeah, that all I can say is crocodilian.
Crocodile, yeah, because it's just that.
So I got the back of it and then the tooth. That's cool.
Be either crocodilian means anything in the
that
croc
family.
gator,
That
croc,
family,
caiman, you name it.
Oh, okay.
So they're all crocodilian, but I'd stay in that hole. And
Oh,
keep
I'm
looking.
not moving. Yeah.
If you're finding that kind of stuff.
Oh, that was a nice one.
Wow. look at the
Another
size.
nice tiger, right?
Holy cow. Beautiful. The tigers coming out of here are really nice, man. Oh, yeah?
Oh yes, this is it.
Oh wow, look at that pattern. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant armadillo.
So this is my first one of the giant armadillo.
That's good. It's the second one of the day too, because so we were just talking giant armadillo, osteoderm, and what?
Yeah, that Trish found, and in that next screen, I got a cool little one there too. You can see the polygonal pattern, and then that ridge down the middle is very typical of giant armadillo.
Wow.
Lively.
Look what was just laying right on the top.
Oh,
Yes!
you did it. First trip out.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty
Beautiful,
cool.
Beautiful. Can you this way a little bit? Let me see. You and your daughter.
Yep.
Very cool. There you go. Wrappable. Your first Meg's always a wrapper.
Yep.
Even if it's not the prettiest one, it's the one everybody remembers.
Oh, and she's got a cool piece.
If we were on the Peace River, we would find peace on the Peace River.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Lots.
Yeah.
I like that one.
There you go. Giant tortoise too.
You got anything? Got nothing.
So after all that graveling, right? Finding it, you got yourself a, oh my gosh. Here, put it in my hand for contrast. That is a beautiful one. Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Fantastic. Congratulations. Deer antler.
Yeah.
Is that a first?
Yes. All of these are firsts.
That's true. That's a first for you. Beautiful.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
Okay, I found a mako, an alligator tooth, and a capybara tooth.
That's what I heard, the capybara. Let's see here. Very cool. All those cool ridges on it.
Yes, my first.
Very cool. And a mako and a gator.
And a mako and a gator.
That's a beautiful mako.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And congrats on the capybara.
Thank you.
So if we were on the Peace River, we'd find peace on the Peace River. Check out that
there you
fossil.
go.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.
Nice.
Nice. That's what it's all about.
All right, so mother and daughter team.
Yes.
And look what they did on their first trip out. I can't tell you how rare that is.
I know. I'm thrilled.
Especially for both of you. Fantastic. Trish, you're under this tree.
Yes, because you told me to go under here.
Well, you know, John told me to look under trees. So.
Well, I really thought you sent me under here to get eaten by a gator. But instead, number 4 today, tiger shark.
It was a good day out with Ken. I think everybody got a little something new.
All right.
So, good day fossil hunting.
I tripped over a nice piece of turtle.
Beautiful.
That is, and you just tripped over it, huh?
Got lots of just bone fragment stuff. The best piece though,
Isn't that gorgeous colors?
I like the colors. Nice horse tooth. Fossil hunters would like to thank Ken Bowman for allowing us to do an all-female fossil hunter dig, and we had a really great time today. We just got to the Fossil Fest, and look who we... Hi! How are you?
Good, baby.
How are you? Good.
You know, this episode is all about women fossil hunters. That's what we're.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is special. So
Yes!
it's good to see one.
Yay, I'm
Fellow
so
women
excited.
Fossil hunter.
I pull up and I see the red hair. I was like, that's gotta be April.
All right, well, let's get inside. What do you say?
All right.
All right, we'll see you in.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome to the Tampa Bay Fossil Festival.
fossil hunters. My name is Sina Searle, and you're here with the Tampa Bay Fossil Club's Fossil Fest. We have plenty of vendors you can check out this year, plus our members put on their displays to show exactly what they're finding every year. We have a lot of women vendors that set up. We have the Badlands babes. We have quite a few people that are from other countries that set up here. We also have a kids mine in the back, so if you have children, you can bring your kids in and they can find their own fossils. And they also get ID'd by our club members to let them know exactly what they're finding. We've had a lot of kids that have grown up in this club, and we've actually had 2 girls that have gone on to study paleontology. One is actually a paleontologist. That's Liz Friedman Fowler. We have a lot of fun in this club. We've been around for 32 years now. I've actually been in the club myself half my life. I've been in this club for 26 years. It's a lot of fun, and join us. Join the adventure of the Tampa Bay Fossil Club and Fossil Fest.
So I found a vendor here called Scuba Soaps today, and they make these really cute soaps.
They smell really good too.
Yes, and they smell very good.
My husband and daughter are great divers, and they're always finding meg teeth, and I could never find them, so I decided to make my own.
What does a meg tooth soap smell like?
It's citrusy, you know? But 6 to 12 million year old citrusy smell like that.
Hey Hannah, where are we going?
Microfossils. Hi, I'm Hannah from the Fossil Hunters, and we find microfossils. These are Bill Foucher's microfossils. He's from the Tampa Bay Fossil Club.
So what is your attraction to microfossils? Why microfossils?
There's not many people that actually do them, and since I'm younger, I have better eyes than most adults.
Whoa, throwing shade. Throwing shade once again.
Yes, she does that very well.
So yeah, John got me into them, and it's just been nice.
Hannah, I see that there's a lot of microfossils in this case here. Which ones are your favorite?
Well, I actually have number 27, which is fish teeth, and I have number 12, which is a rodent molar. And but it really, the one that's my favorite is number 6. It is a rodent mandible. Microfossils!
Hi, we're here at Fossil Fest with Leslie Brandon. Hi. She's one of our board directors on the Tampa Bay Fossil Club. And we're wondering, what got you into fossils?
Well, I brought my son to Fossil Fest here in Tampa when he was about 6 or 7 years old. And when we got home, he said that was the best day of his life. And I guess that's all. I mean, we've been part of the Fossil Club. We've been fossil hunting all over the country.
So besides the United States, have you gone out into other countries and fossil hunted anywhere?
Yes, in Australia. And it was really cool in Australia because we went looking for belemnites, and they're opalized. So you go noodling, they call it. You dig through like a pile of tailings, and you find the opalized belemnites. It was pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Hi, here at Fossil Fest, we have the Badlands babes. This is Barb, Sue, and Marty.
And what are the Badlands babes?
Best fossil hunter, dried up old raisin ladies in the world.
Fossil hunters, what do you think about these girls? There's 3 of you, and there's 3 of them.
That's right.
They're awesome.
They're our future. We're going to be them.
You're like the golden girls of the fossil hunting community.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Here we go. Going to Wyoming this time. We find giant pig, saber cat, oreodont, turtle.
So how did you guys meet?
We met in the 1990s fossil hunting in Florida out of Ruskin. We became immediate friends and then all began going with someone to Nebraska.
We went on organized tours, but it was full of guys, and you know. So we thought we could do this better ourselves, and it turned out we were absolutely right. Yep. We set out on our own.
What are some of your favorite finds that you guys have found?
I have Titanothere jaws and saber cat and large giant Archaeotherian pig with lower jaws, 15 vertebrae and a leg.
She's working on a mosasaur now, and we don't know what end has the head, so we're digging both ends. And we'll be there a while.
I sold a complete
titanotheres front leg and sold it to a museum out west.
Wow. She also found a titanotheres fetus, only 7 inches, and sold it to a museum.
Oh, wow. What about some of the stuff on the table?
Well, I have several oreodont skulls and jaws that are prepped in situ, 3-toed horse skull and lower jaw, another oreodont here, several tortoises, 3-toed horse skull here, and a variety of vertebrates.
And I've got some Cretaceous stuff. I've got a nice turtle here that has predator bites on it. Apparently predators really like these turtles because they got a lot of chips out of them. Got some botanicals. This is the new stuff that we're working on. This is called a Zacharias. I can't pronounce it, but it's about 65 million years old, and they get to be about 20 feet. The biggest one I've got is a fish, yeah. Yep. The biggest one I've got so far is 6 feet. It was a murder to get it out.
So all of these pieces are displayed really interestingly, and they're all kind of laid out really neat. How do you prep all this stuff? And
well, when we find them like this all together, we have lots of tools at home, automatic tools and all kinds of different bits and stuff, and we polish them up and remove some of the matrix around them, just to at least show some of it, but not all of it.
True story, right here. I just want to say, after seeing all this stuff, that I'm going to make an argument that women fossil hunters are better than men fossil hunters.
Oh, here it comes.
Yay! Hi, fossil hunters. Today we're in Putnam County on the St. Johns River with our good fossil hunter friend Rachel Van Landingham and her son Wyatt. And they met a new fossil hunter friend who they're going to introduce us to now.
This is our friend Mike. We met him in the forest, which is the best place to meet anyone. And he is a fossil hunter as well, and he's going to be taking us out to find some cool things today.
So Mike, it's really great to meet you, and we're excited to be here today. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started with fossil hunting?
Well, the first fossil I ever found was a capybara tooth.
Oh, cool.
I thought it was a piece of machinery or something because it was weird looking. I was teaching a class out of Jacksonville. That migrated into volunteering with the museum in Gainesville, and 30 years later I'm still doing it.
So when we showed up to do our fossil hunt with Mike, we found out that he was doing a talk with the Scouts BSA, which is the first female scout troop in this area. And it's really exciting because our special is all about female fossil hunters, and to have this first female scout troop was really cool.
And all because of this lady. She has put time and effort, and her name is Ashley, and she's fantastic.
Hi, my name's Ashley. I'm the Scoutmaster for this wonderful Scouts BSA troop. We have 14 girls in their troop, and today we have 7 of them out here, and we've worked on 8 different merit badges, all of them science related, including archaeology, geology, environmental science, camping, fishing, fly fishing. We've just had a fantastic time. Mike is an incredible resource, and one of the things that we are working on is 7 of the girls in our troop are on track to be in the inaugural class of the first female Eagle Scouts in the nation, and all of the merit badges we worked on this weekend are working towards that goal. October 2020, 7 of us are going to be there.
Scouts BSA!
April and I had heard of big fossils coming out of the St. Johns River for years now, but never had the chance to try ourselves. Thanks to Rachel, Mike was just the expert to get us there. After a short boat trip, we were ready to see what we could find. Okie dokie. Okay, April, where are we?
Turn the boat around.
We are in the St. Johns River, which I thought I would never say, honestly.
And we're with Mike. The gator-infested St. John's River. Bum, bum, bum. The gator and snake-infested St. John's with young Tarzan here.
Yeah. Are you scared? What are you scared of, Wyatt?
Nothing. Hey, turn around so I get more than your ponytail.
Woo!
What are we looking for?
We're looking for whatever we find. A gator.
He wants to ride a gator.
You know what, Florida man? You know what I'm saying? Rachel, you gave birth to Florida man.
I did.
You
did.
Swing the boat around.
Take that piece of wood.
What are we looking at here?
Shells.
Muddy, kind of a shell marl, we call it, a shell marl mixture. So, woman fossil hunter, how do you feel about being in the St. John's River?
Very scared. I'm extremely nervous about snakes. I hate snakes. And gators. I don't hate gators. Gators are fine. They don't really bother me, but snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
I know.
I like to show scalps and stuff.
Lots of shell.
In a shell. Well, you could find shark, but
I was just hoping.
The screens might be too big.
no.
Oh no, she's got a good screen.
She's got a good screen. I say we move on to another spot.
These are our finds.
That is a whole lot of show. With our first fossil site a bust, and the river's water level higher than normal, Mike had one last shore area available for us to try, but it already had a native species in residence.
It's really smart to get in the water right after you see a gator jump in right at this very spot.
Where'd you see the gator jump in?
It was right on one of these logs right here.
Oh, was it?
Just hanging out.
It was just a baby.
It was a baby, but still.
Where there's a
baby, there's probably
You want to get in?
gator somewhere close by.
Well, come on in then if you want to get in. Let me just shovel.
Are you noodling?
I'm noodling.
Here, do you know how to make it easier? Shake it up. How do you want me to shake it up? See if you got
You doing the
some shark's teeth in there, do you?
Turtle shell.
Turtle shell.
Just
Awesome! What?
turtle.
Yeah, that's the, I call that. Doing good.
Flake a bark from a tusk.
I'm just gonna keep noodling.
Some turtle.
Yep, because you can see the lines on it.
Got those Schrader lines going, huh?
Yep.
Okay, you want to dump that, Wyatt?
Tiny, tiny little piece of bark from a tusk. So we know we're getting stuff. It's here.
And a tiny little
It might be a
vertebrae.
Tiny little vertebrae.
I think that's
Okay, she got vertebrae.
A tiny one.
Fish. You know.
Oh, see, looky there.
See, like there's bone.
Yep.
Hang on. Let's see.
Stuff here.
What do we got?
I don't know if I can get down there with the
piece of bone.
What you got there, Mike?
It's a deer hoof. The nail would grown off of this. This is where it attaches to the ankles and all these other little tiny metacarpals.
A deer hoof core, then. Hoof core?
A hoof core. Yep.
That's awful skinny for a hoof core.
There's a young deer.
It's a young deer.
You can see how it would sit just like that.
Yeah, very cool.
Well,
So you're finding a lot of little.
more bone.
And that piece of ivory that, or
Well, if you found a mammoth tooth, it makes sense.
yeah,
Want a shadier?
What do you? Nope. Better on this one. So what do we got there, Mike?
some type of rodent. Could be muskrat, but
Very
that's
tiny.
yeah.
We're
This
getting
is
into
some
microfossils, is what we're doing.
yeah. Well, this shore wash or beach wash, everything is kind of scrambled up together.
I found some small pieces of bone and I found a deer hoof core. And that's it, basically. But it's really difficult because it's very shelly and I can't see anything, so I'm just basically doing it with my hands. And, yeah.
Small area here.
Yeah, so it's hard.
Under a beautiful Florida sunset, Rachel, Wyatt, April, and I head back to Mike's place, thankful for our first ever fossil hunt on the St. John's River. You're just about to see a new segment of the Fossil Hunters at MOAS, the Museum of Arts and Sciences, produced by these two guys. These are my students, Jackson and Landon, And Jackson actually started a video company of his own called MOAS Productions. So Jackson, tell us a little bit about MOAS.
Of course. So MOAS Productions was started back in my freshman year. I started doing videos under the MOAS name, submitting them to Mr. Burning for this digital video class. And then through time, I started branching out and doing videos for other people outside of school. And I needed help, so I brought in Landon.
Yeah, so I've been creating videos and interested in video production since freshman year with the Digital Video Academy. And when I got the opportunity to work outside of school and do it for more than just A's and do it even for a living, I was excited to jump on, and we've been working together ever since.
All right, well there you go. Two of my best and my brightest. And don't forget, Mo's behind the camera. Somebody's got to hold the camera, right Mo?
Yeah.
All right, thanks Mo. And so enjoy the segment, guys. We'll see you soon. All right, here we are at the Museum of Arts and Sciences in Daytona Beach, Florida, at their annual Natural History Fest. We are the Fossil Hunters, and we just finished our presentation in the auditorium. We've had a great time today. Now we're headed back to our booth to go talk to some fans. Welcome to the MOAS, Museum of Arts and Sciences in Daytona Beach. Fossil Hunters are here for their annual Natural History Festival that they give all things fossil and all things ancient and prehistoric. So let's enter into the Fossil Hunters booth, shall we? My name is Don Brunning, and we started this series about 3 years ago, Fossil Hunters, and we've been going around Florida, some of Georgia. We hope to expand our states pretty soon, and we like finding fossils. That's what we do, and identifying them for places like this museum.
Hi, I'm April Brunning. I love holding lanterns. No, fossil hunter, and we've been doing this for many years, but our show has been on for about 4 or 5 years now, and we love doing it.
Hi, I'm Hannah Dudiak, and I'm the last junior fossil hunter, and I specialize in microfossils.
Hello, I'm Zach Zacharias, and I'm a fossil enthusiast, former fossil junior hunter. Here you go.
I am Trish Dudiak. I am also part of the Fossil Hunters, and I just love the outdoor adventure.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm a cast member on Fossil Hunters. I enjoy getting out and getting unplugged from the technology, going out and finding something else that no other human has ever touched.
Hang on, pass that lantern one more time. We have a couple missing members here. Zach Zacharias is our curator of education, and he's a curator of education
and history.
Sure, history? We have a few missing members here. Education and history.
Yes.
We have a few missing members here. Zach Zacharias is in and about right now at our Natural History Fest. He's the curator for MOAS's history and education. His wife Allison is also making the rounds, and we are missing John Sasha. John Sasha is one of our original cast members as well. So there you go.
Got cool long hair, looks like a director, and he loves fossils. I'm like, I gotta know this guy, and we've been friends ever since we met. So Don, you wanna come around? So you wanna come around?
I'm trying to get up the stairs.
You can see the kids at the high school have really done a number on him here, so. Anyway, thank you so much. Here's Don Brunning for the Fossil Hunters 11 o'clock presentation.
You might notice a production company, a professional production company. MOAS Productions is over here. Where's the other guy? The Digital Video Production Academy in action. They're going to have one of their segments on PBS in about 2 months. Congratulations, gentlemen. Having a great.
Don, are you a future fossil?
I'm already. Ask these guys. They're already like, hey, he's already a fossil. So welcome to Fossil Hunters television series. So let me pass this down to April, and then April's going to pass it around the cast.
We've been doing this for a few years now, and we're trying to come up with ideas for a new show. Well, what can we do that's a little bit different than what we've been doing?
My experience is that when we have been out in the field fossil hunting vocationally, there are a lot of women who are involved as hobbyists. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of women involved professionally, but I think it's important that our viewers see the representation of women out there who are hobbyists, so that will encourage women who are interested in paleontology academically or professionally to follow that career path once they get to college.
How about highlight women in fossil hunting? Because
when can I go out with you guys to find fossils?
This is Isla, correct? Yes, that's right. This is Isla. It's her birthday, by the way. Hey. Yeah? How old are you?
9.
She's 9. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A fossil hunter.
What's the official word for fossil hunter?
Paleontologist.
Boom. All right. Bam, using those science words. Boom.
We weren't finding much out there, and we heard from another fossil group is because of the hurricanes, dumped a bunch of sand, so you would have to go down really far to find that gravel. It's just really nice to see women out there and making a name for themselves too. That's the main thing, is to try to get more women involved in this kind of thing, the sciences and all that.
For me, it's important because my daughter Hannah is a junior fossil hunter, and I want to encourage her in the sciences, and if it's something that she is extremely interested in, be able to follow her dream and not be hesitant to do it because she's a female. You know, I want her to say, so what, I'm a female, I can do it just as well as the men that are out there.
Hi, welcome fossil hunters, and today we're at a fossil dig with all female fossil hunters. And these girls are really excited to hunt for fossils, and Trish is gonna tell us all about it.
So, like April said, we're here with the youngest fossil hunters that we have, and we're at our fossil dig. We're gonna have these guys go through, dig for fossils. We're gonna have them identify them, write down in their journals what they are, and we'll see what these guys get.
So we got our first echinoid. Alright.
Yes, that's, oh, look what you just knocked out of there. Look what you just knocked out of there. What's happening? It's a black thing you just knocked out. Ooh, go show that to mommy.
Whoa, that's amazing! Wow, you found this?
Now we're talking.
What is it?
Hey, we know how to craft service.
Thank you.
Some animal.
A
It's a half of a
So what was it wrote?
a megalodon.
Wow.
If they find snapping turtle in addition?
Yes, absolutely. Any
Okay.
species, any single species.
You know what this is?
Yep.
Excellent.
Can I tell you, Mom, what that is? And this?
Hi, Isla. How are you? High five.
Honestly,
Good to see you.
I already found some dugong in part of the turtle shell.
So you're
writing it down,
fantastic
too.
And writing it down.
I found dugong turtle shell.
That's a giant tortoise.
We were talking about turtles on the way here this morning.
all right. See? Wow. Here, put that in there. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask the teacher.
So your mom can write faster.
Okay, let's see.
Rib. Don, what do you, I would say rib.
Yeah, you can go on that side.
Is this?
Oh, they don't know what they do.
That is a oblongata.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Snaggletooth, we call it. A snaggletooth.
Oh my goodness.
Shark tooth.
Shark tooth. You know what kind of a shark tooth that is?
No.
Let me hold it for a second. What's happening, Ashley?
I got 2 giant
Do you know what that is?
bins. I think this is a piece of rib.
All right.
An echinoid.
Is Miss Trish helping you find that echinoid?
Oh, she found it all by herself. I just helped tell her what it was.
All right. Hard work out here fossil hunting.
They are working very hard.
What are we getting over here? Anything good?
What are you getting?
Show me. Can you show me your
You wanna
favorite thing
show?
so far?
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite?
That's huge.
Ooh. Is that a tortoise shell? That's a giant tortoise.
This looks like it could be a remain of a pretty big tooth.
That's a part of a big tooth. So what had big teeth? What kind of shark?
Well, megalodon teeth would probably maybe.
Yep. You
That
gotta make
big.
that. We call those fraglodons when they're broken like that.
I found a lot of fossils.
Ooh, that's a big rib, huh?
You can see what you think is heavy.
Heavy?
Herman and Ivy are outside, so be careful.
Yes.
It's okay, baby.
I want to show you 2 living fossils. Come here.
He's not talking about me.
This one, this one, date back to the Permian age, to an animal called Scutosaurus. probably evolved in Asia, and they survived 5 major mass extinctions. 5, and they're still with us today.
And they're my babies.
If you want to survive a mass extinction event, it's good to be a turtle.
That's a neat piece.
I have 3 in so far.
If they're symmetric, it always go. They call them axial elements or something, but.
Oh my gosh, how cool. We've just narrowed them down to what we're keeping. Do you want to show?
Is that a shark's foot?
Is it a shark's foot?
Shark's elbow? What is it?
A tooth.
A tooth. Where's your teeth? Is he eating that?
I already drew it.
Very cool. Look at you drawing and labeling stuff. You're like a scientist.
I do that.
You're like a scientist.
I know. Mommy.
I don't know.
So you have an interesting fragment of a tiny piece of a horse tooth.
Whoa.
This piece. That's great.
This is also one of my other favorite finds. It's a shoulder bone, and I don't exactly know what it belongs to.
Something big. We call it megafauna. When it's big, like mega, like a megalodon was a big shark, right?
Oh, and tell them what this is. Do you remember what that is?
No. Part of a horse leg bone.
That's a horse cannon bone, huh?
But you don't want to
Yes.
It's called a cannon bone. Beautiful. Awesome. From an extinct species of horse known as?
Equus.
Oh, you'll know. It kind of glows in the sun, see? That.
What?
Kind of see through it.
Wait a minute, I didn't really mean you could keep. I'm kidding. Of course you can. That's
I found
beautiful.
a giant rock.
Oh, I should have done crystal.
We are over here at the crystal dig now. They're quartz crystals from Arkansas, and the kids are now digging for that. They're finding it a little bit harder to dig through the dirt for the crystals than it was the fossils.
Like this. Go underneath that red Georgia clay.
Ooh, look how pretty those are.
And then what did we decide this one was?
Amethyst.
Got these 3. Look at these.
You got your
Ooh, look at that shark's tooth.
So here we are at the end of our fossil and crystal dig. Did everybody have a good time?
Yeah! I want to come back.
We had a great day fossil hunting. And remember to keep looking down and dig like a girl and fossil!